What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I have a story time that just got completely out of hand and the cops got called for basically no reason, and we weren't doing anything too bad, but let's hop straight into it. So this was me in about 2024, so like last summer, I would say maybe even 2023, finna be 2024 at this point. I'm 13 and I'm not really having any plans for the night, but I already have like 2 cigarettes I had snatched from my stepdad's pack and a bag of Zaw that I had left over from when I had snuck out a couple of nights prior to that to go smoke with my friend Avery. And my mom, she was just constantly up because I would always sneak out and she would stay up throughout the week to make sure that I wouldn't. And like she was just exhausted this night on the weekend. And it was a Friday too, like after school and everything. And I had her phone because like at this point in time I didn't have a phone because I really didn't deserve one, I'm not gonna lie. I was a dumbass little kid like a year ago, just a year ago. I mean, but yeah, other than that, I was really just a good kid caught in a bad loop trying to impress the wrong people. Cause I really just wanted friends, like I needed friends, cause like but that's besides the point. Back on track of like to the story. I had my mom's phone and she had fell asleep, didn't even take it from me. So at this point, everything's changed, and I'm trying to hit up people and see like who's down to hang for the night. So I actually end up getting a text from my homegirl, let's call her Sarah, and she's down at the park right down the road with her two homegirls. One of them goes to her town, to Sarah's town, and her name's Olive, and then one of them goes to mine town, and her name's Yeti. Let's call her Yeti. All right. And so they're just chilling down at the park and they really want me to pull up, and I'm just like, all right, bet, but I really gotta wait till my parents are asleep. So it's like maybe 12:30 at this point, and it's like maybe 1 o'clock by the time. My bad, but it's like 1 o'clock by the time that my stepdad falls asleep. Cause like I said, my mom's already asleep and hadn't grabbed her phone from me, and this is when I decide to sneak out. All right, and I jump the balcony, knowing that there's a camera there, but the camera was always dead, cause like it would just always go off, cause people would walk past it. But they're unlike the front door, the battery needed to be recharged, like taken out manually and charged in their room, and they would always just forget to do it, so the camera would just stay dead. And we actually just went to go get a solar panel for it today, so it'll actually stay charged. But I don't sneak out no more, so it's not like an inconvenience to me. It's actually a good thing, because just the other night a couple of people tried to ding dong ditch me, but that's another story for another video. But so I sneak out and I hop this balcony and I'm walking to the sidewalk, and like when I say the park is right up the road, I mean like quite literally the park is up the road. And Sarah, she offers to meet me halfway, and I'm like, all right, yeah, bet. So after I hop off call with her, talking about meeting halfway, we're like walking up the sidewalk, and we're almost to the park at this point. Just like out of nowhere, she's like, "Hey, you trying to have intercourse?" And I'm just like, "What? Huh?" Then this just came out of nowhere because like I've known her since like the 6th grade. Like I've actually known her for like 3 to 4 years at this point, and she's over here just out of nowhere asking me like, "You are you trying to? You get it, bro?" And I'm just like, "Huh?" Because like we dated for like 3 days, but like other than that, I genuinely just viewed her as a friend, like a friend and a friend only. Um, but I'm like, low key, you gotta let me just sit down and think about that for a second, because this is just like out of nowhere, and I really just don't know how I view you in that way right now. I don't know if I do, so just give me time. So we get up to the park, and Olive and Yeti, they're both at the very top. So me and Sarah, we get up to the very top, and we're sitting down at this point, and I passed them the cigarette. They had vapes, and just one, and it was Olive's. Actually, it was a pink lemonade geek bar, I remember. And bro, that was like maybe one of the like best flavors I've ever had from the geek bar. um but so we're up there and I'm rolling at this point, and it's just way too crowded for me to roll, and I'm like, all right guys, we really got to move. So this park is actually connected to this Cub Scout building, and it's like a Cub Scout park, and there's actually a police station getting built there right now. It wasn't really there then, like there wasn't even started on construction yet, but it was planned out like it was going to be built there, and we knew that. So we were just trying to basically get our last hangout session there before like the police and everything was going to be moved. And We're hopping off of the playground at this point. We're going down to this baseball field with this little shed. And at this point, like, it's so old and decrepit that actually, like, it is not even used for baseball anymore. Like, I maybe had 1 or 2 practices on there, but we couldn't even finish out a full practice. Like, we had to move to the other field because it was actually so bad. I remember that, bro. And it was like maybe 4th or 5th grade, I think. I forgot. But, yeah, so this baseball field's old, and like obviously we're not thinking twice about anyone calling the cops on us for doing anything there. So there's this shattered window that's halfway open, and it's already been like this for months. And it was even like this the last time I was in that place, when I was with my homeboy Carson and then my step cousin Evan. But that's another story time as well. Man, I got too many story times. And yeah, so we hop in this shed and I decide to start rolling. And that's when I tell my homegirl Sarah, like, you know what? I'm low key kind of down. Like, I'm not gonna lie. So I start rolling and shit. And I'm like ready to roll like a fatty too. And then just out of nowhere, there's lights shining through the window. And I'm just like, oh shit, it's a flashlight. And I'm like, wait, no, those aren't flashlights. It's too bright. And I'm like, wait, they're not headlights. And then I notice it moving very precisely, but it was too bright to be a headlight. I mean, it was too bright to be a flashlight, but it was too precise to be headlights. And I'm like, oh shit, they're searchlights. And bro, when I told you I haven't acted so fast in my life ever, I haven't. I actually haven't. Like, I promise you, that shit was the fastest reaction ever, dog. And I'm like, all right, hurry up and hide. And I just dip to like right behind that door. Because like they can't get in, because I don't even know if they know the code or not. But obviously they're going to like shine their flashlight through the window. And they're going to like, the last place they're going to do is peek their head in and like look left. They're going to start looking around like straight and like just straight. And these girls, these dumbass girls actually hid under the table I was rolling on. And it was just hollow underneath, and you could just see everything underneath it. And they were just like expecting them not to see, like, what? Like, when I tell you I haven't, like, and when I tell you I've never wanted to hit a bitch so hard, I've never wanted to hit a bitch so hard other than that night. And me personally, I would never hit a girl. I would never hit her. But bro, I really wanted to. We're hopped out and we gave them information. But keep in mind that they actually never found it. I left it in the corner and I like stepped it into like the dust and shit in the corner and made it blend in. At that point, like, dog, like I was 99% marijuana, bro. And I remember I have my mom's phone still, so I can't call my mom. And I'm like, oh shit, my stepdad, I have to call him. Because if I don't call anyone, they're going to take me into the station and call my stepdad themselves because I have my mom's phone. So I call my dad or my stepdad, and he doesn't pick up, thank God. So I actually decide to call my grandpa because my grandma would just tweak the fuck out. And I figured my grandpa would have woken up my grandma anyway, but my grandma's the one who picked up my grandpa's phone. And I'm just like, oh shit, so now I gotta explain this to her. And I'm like, just damn it, bro. So I basically tell her everything, and she comes and picks me up and starts talking with the cops, saying like how she's so sorry that my grandson had to waste your time tonight, how they had so much better stuff to do than stopping little teenagers from being dumbasses, basically. And I just felt horrible, and I had to go back home and hop back over the balcony to unlock the door. And actually down at that park, she gave me her vape and told me to just hold on to it and keep it because she really did not want to get searched with that shit on her. And we never got searched, so I just got a free vape that day. And that was basically just, she told me to keep it because she felt bad that, like, you know, all that shit happened because they're the reason that I snuck out. Like, they're the reason that I did sneak out if you really think about it. But, you know, so I unlock the door after I hop over the balcony. My grandma just barges in and starts banging on my mom's door. And my mom just wakes up and my grandma tells her everything. And I get lectured and I have to go to work with my stepdad that next morning. And it's just an awkward ass silent drive. And then as soon as we're almost to where we're getting, he starts yelling at me and hollering at me because, like, I'm at this point, like, my mom's literally, like, suffering from her anxiety levels. It's crazy, unhealthy. And that's, like, the night that I decided, like, to actually look back and reflect on my actions. And that's the night I decided I would never sneak out again, and I haven't snuck out since. And I've actually bettered myself for my mother's health and for the health of me and my mother's relationship. So moral of the story is never sneak out, one, and never sneak out for girls. Just it's not worth it. You'll get hurt, you'll get caught by the police. It's just some stupid shit will happen. And I'm still a teenager, and I've had so many more chances to sneak out and have so many more story times, but I haven't because I've learned my lesson. And I really hope if you're if you're going through those situations right now, just reflect on your actions, please. I love you. God loves you more. Peace.